Hello there, this is James Dooley from James Dooley Hypnotherapy here. And today we're going to talk about the issue around people becoming overly emotional in their responses and creating mountains out of molehills as a result. Now, this sort of mindset and these sort of reactions will make for the person who reacts in a certain way, it makes them become stressed, it makes them become anxious and on edge, and it doesn't add any quality to that person's life. In fact, it just makes that person's life a lot worse, really, because at the end of the day, they're not responding in a clear and precise way, because you're responding in a distorted way. Everything is a crisis when it's not a crisis. Now, all this does is makes people feel apprehensive in actually dealing or being around someone who reacts in such a way, making mountains out of molehills with everything, because you're constantly walking on eggshells when you're around such people, and it just creates a lot of apprehension on behalf of those who are around such people. Now, it creates a lot of issues for the person who is overreacting, because they become quite isolated in a sense, really, because those people who are around them they don't particularly want to get too close to them, because they're going to get a mouthful, from that person. They're going to just explode and overreact and start screaming and shouting and making a drama out of things where it doesn't need to be that drama. Now, in this life, it's obviously best to be calm and clear and focused in your mind. And at James Dooley Hypnotherapy, we will analyze that person's reactions to what goes on around them in life and see what the triggering moments are that can make them react in such a way, and use techniques that will make that person become a lot more calm and a lot more clearer within their self, so that when they do have similar incidents happen in the future, they'll be able to just step back and let that old negative reaction of overreacting and making mountains out of molehills just fizzle out and become a past context of their life. Now, that has got to be a better way to react to life and to events and to whatever goes on around you. It's always, always, always best to be calm and clear and focused, and not just exploding over absolutely anything. But I mean, it's a well-known fact that though those people who do overreact and create mountains out of molehills over the most trivial of things have deep underlying issues within their minds. Now, they can be a multitude of issues. There's no one set issue that is sort of deemed as making someone become overreactive to things. It's unconscious things that are buried deep in our minds, and if they're just brushed aside and not dealt with, they're always going to be there, and they will always be there forevermore until they're addressed and eradicated. Now, that obviously will only come by engaging with hypnotherapy, because, as I've stated, we go direct to the source and we eradicate that problem. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's incredibly advantageous for anyone to have sessions of hypnotherapy to get rid of those underlying problems that are gnawing away at someone's mind. And then there won't be no mountains out of molehill reactions from that individual. They will be a lot more focused and a lot more in tune with their emotions and a lot more in tune with their self. And in the end, those who are in control of their emotional responses will have a lot of people around them who will find them to be pleasant company, to be good people to be around, because there's no issues there. There's no walking on eggshells anymore. You're not all on edge being around those sort of people. Now, I can speak from my own personal experiences. I've been around people who do make mountains out of molehills, and it makes you feel stressed then, because you sort of dread being around those people. You think, oh, I've got to visit them today. It makes you feel sort of a sense of dread that you've actually got to go and visit them, because you just think there's going to be a row, there's going to be an argument, and you're sort of very cautious about what words you use and what you say, and that's in a social context. You don't want that. You want to be in a social context to be relaxed and calm and feel good in the company of those people, not all on edge and walking on eggshells. That is just not good at all. Now, those people who do have such reactions to anything that goes on in life, the most trivial and smallest of things, and overreact and make a massive drama out of it, it's not their fault that they do that, because there's no levels of self-awareness there. Those problems, like I say, are gnawing away at their brain, and it makes them constantly just going round and round in circles, reacting in the same way every time, because there's nothing there to put a block to it, to put a stop to it. And that can only come through, like I say, hypnotherapy and having good levels of self-awareness. But it will add to someone's quality of life as well if you're overreacting to things and those issues are then taken away. It just makes everything a lot more pleasanter and a lot more peaceful and a lot more enjoyable to be around that person. It could be close family that will experience it. Maybe the children, the partner. They will think, oh wow, this is a lot better now. I'm not so guarded and cautious and sort of weary of saying the wrong thing all the time. And then there's, like I say, the people at work who say, oh, that person's a lot more pleasant to be around. It goes right across the board. For that person who's experiencing those sort of reactions, if the issues get addressed and resolved, then it will make their quality of life so much more better. It really will. So anyway, as I've said before, here at James Dooley Hypnotherapy, we can help anyone who's got those sort of issues, who do overreact to things, who do want to be a lot more calmer and a lot more peaceful in their responses. If you don't, it just creates stress and anxiety all the time, and no one wants to live in that sort of life. So if anyone if this video blog has struck a chord with anyone out there, then obviously it'd be nice to hear from you and see what you've got to say on the matter. If you want any hypnotherapy sessions, please be in contact at jamesdooleyhypnotherapy.com. And I look forward to presenting another video blog in the new year, and we'll be addressing various other issues around our responses to life and our responses to ourselves. I hope you enjoyed this video blog. Take care, everyone. All the best. Take care. Cheerio. Bye.